Good afternoon, my name is Michelle Jutrissa and I'm with Butterflies and Bows, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'd like to just share with you today a few tips on how to do fussy cutting. Now with fussy cutting you can either use a very fine pair of snips which will cut around fairly large items for you, or you can use a pair of nail scissors, ones that have just got a slight curve on it but still with a fine tip, and they will allow you to cut around curves. I learnt that many years ago when I did paper towel for a little while. But the item that I really love to use is my craft knife. And when I use my craft knife, I don't use a self-healing mat. I use a glass plate. Now a glass plate you can pick up from a $2 shop. You just buy a photo frame, just making sure that the glass in it is glass and not acrylic. And then I've just put some masking tape around my edges. That's just to protect my hands from being cut on the glass. Now, making sure that you've got a nice, clean and sharp knife. What you can do with using this, and what the glass mat allows you to do, is actually be able to turn your work while you're cutting. Because when you're cutting something that's fine and with a lot of detail, you really want to keep your hand as still as possible and just let your other hand move your cardstock around. So I'm just going to pop my knife onto my work. Now I am going to exert a little bit of pressure here because I do want this to cut right through. And as I'm working, I'm just slowly turning with my other hand and turning my work around. So my knife is actually pretty much staying fairly still. I can sometimes do a little bit of a down movement with my knife, but otherwise it is kept very still. And this will allow me to get into those little fine details, like here, his feet. But once you have cut your image out and you do find that you need to go back and trim it a little bit, you can go back with your knife and cut those little pieces away. I'm just cutting now around his feet. Some little fine pieces in there. Keep turning my cardstock around and following the line of my work. Now I'm just going to take that off right now just so we can see if that has cut for us. Hopefully that has just come away beautifully, and as you can see I've cut very close to my edge there. So if I pop that down, you can see that that's a very fine cut. I find that has been very successful for me in doing lots of titles in scrapbooking, but it allows me to get very close to my work. I hope you've enjoyed this tip today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.